Well done then, very well done. Right, now your favourite interview of the year was dance-related, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Michelle from who won one of the categories at the same-sex dance contest, which was held for the first time in Blackpool at the Winter Gardens this year, and I thought her interview was absolutely fantastic.
My name's Michelle Enright, and I'm originally from Belfast, but I live in London now.
Right, OK, and we're at the Same-Sex Open Dance Championship in Blackpool. Now, what do you think to the event?
I think it's fantastic. It's been so well run. The venue is absolutely amazing, and the organisers have done a great job.
Have you been here before?
I did compete last year in the ISTD competition in Blackpool with my teacher around this time. So yes, but that was in the Empress Ballroom.
Right, OK. Now, in the mainstream, same-sex dancing, you tend to see a lot of female couples together, but fewer male couples. Do you think this is something that's catching on and becoming more popular?
I think so. I think it can be quite restrictive, that lack of choice. And quite often, even trying to find a dance partner of the same sex or of the opposite sex who's at the same level as you with the right height. And all those things kind of come together to be quite prescriptive. So sometimes it's just lovely to be able to dance with somebody of the same sex because you just get the joy of dancing. Regardless of, it doesn't have to be a particular way.
Right, OK. Now, how's the tournament been for you? You've got yourself a medal there, haven't you?
Yes, me and my partner won B, and we're absolutely thrilled to bits. So it was very competitive floor, though. Lots of competitors from abroad. And of course, that really ups the ante and makes it very exciting to compete against them. So it was really exciting and very pleased to win.
Now, we've noticed with the male dancers, they seem to wear the same sort of clothes and they sort of match everything. But with the ladies, there seems to be a bit more of a variety. Some wear things that match, some wear things that tone, some wear complete contrast. How do you go about deciding what you're going to wear?
I think largely it comes down, for the women, it comes down to personality and the kind of dance that you're doing. So I think I quite like to wear dresses and get dressed up and put on false eyelashes. But my dance partner, that's not who she is. So she prefers to look slightly different. For the guys, I think that some of them would maybe want to wear dresses, but we haven't quite gone there yet.
Right. Now, when you're in a two-lady partnership, how do you decide who leads and who follows, or does it depend on what you're doing?
I think it depends on how you start out learning as an individual. And whenever I started dancing, I learned to follow. And that was just what I enjoyed doing. I think for Rachel, she automatically started learning to lead. And she has done a bit of following. But it really, it's how you start and where you feel your strengths are. And that's kind of what determines it. And then you find a partner based on if they're a follower or a leader.
Right, OK. Now, there may be same-sex couples listening to this who may be quite like the idea of dancing, but they're a bit shy about it, or they don't know, if it's going to work for them. What would your recommendation to them be?
I would say if you can find a dance studio that is open to taking same-sex partnerships on the dance floor, to absolutely go for it. Dancing, whenever you're learning, is actually a very, very generous atmosphere. Everyone goes through some process of looking stupid on the way to becoming a better dancer, and it's very, very supportive. And I would really suggest, but to a large extent it's also the tone of the dance school is decided by the people who run it. So actually I would really encourage people who are running dance studios to be very open-minded and to really try and encourage same-sex dancing as well. And if you have that support whenever you enter the studio, then you feel instantly comfortable and no sense of judgment.
Excellent. Question?
Yes, I have. What about choreography? Your own routines? Do you have a teacher or do you design them yourself?
We have a teacher, and the teacher really helps us put the choreography together based on our capabilities. So some choreography is very, very difficult. Actually learning how to do basic choreography very well is a real challenge. So the teacher that we have really concentrates on keeping the routines quite simple until she feels as though we have really are able to inhabit those fully, and then it will get more complicated. but it's designed by the space, the size of the dance floor as well. But the choreography is teacher-led for the most part until you become very good.
So when you came here today, did you know already what you were going to be doing?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. No, we had been practicing and rehearsing these routines in various formats since we started dancing together, which was in March this year.
Right. So what do? You look at you look ahead to the size and the shape of the floor and decide what fits in.
Yeah, you start off and you get a basic choreography, which can then be expanded or contracted depending on the size of the floor. So you will start off with a routine that could potentially be quite big, and then with every floor you get, you just refit it so that you go into the corners and come out of the corners. But the better you get, the more open to making those decisions you can be. Whenever you start, you just go, this is my long side, this is my short side, and that's it. Anything else will throw you, potentially.
Now, one thing we notice, we dance, but we're not very good. We just do it for fun. We notice a big problem we have is people getting in the way on the floor. How do you cope with that in a competition?
It's very, very hard. And if you notice, when you watch the A category dancers, they are seamless in being able to avoid other couples on the floor. It's called floorcraft. The better you get, the more able you are to avoid couples. It gets very tricky in the quick step though, because it's so fast and suddenly it can be crash bang wallop, and the skill is in trying to pick it up again without looking too thrown. But you can get some quite bad injuries out there.
I think that'll do us actually.
Favourite dance?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I love the foxtrot, but it's actually my weakest. So it's my ambition to keep working that till I get it to look lovely. But the foxtrot.
We'll look out for you in future then.
Thank you very much.